Well, hello there all, you absolutely magnificent people, and welcome back to another live stream of An Ecologist Plays. Sorry, English I cannot apparently today. Hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We are having a very wet and rainy weekend here in the southern part of South Africa. It is nice and cold, hence the blood red gloves that I am wearing today. Yeah, I see Fireduck, you are here and you're also not here. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and no worries, thanks for popping in to let us know why you are not necessarily chatting today. Great to have you with us all today, everybody. Today is, of course, the last live stream we'll be having of Pax Augusta. So here we are, back in the Roman, or very, very realistic Roman city building game. We will next week be traveling to the Stone Age, I do believe, as we'll be starting with I will be starting the playthrough of the Dawn of Man. That's what I'll be playing next week. So we'll be traveling to the early Stone Age, and then, yep, hence where my city building stage begins, or my city building phase will begin as well, where over time we are going to travel through time with different games set in different eras. First will be Dawn of Man, and then I believe it will be Polyolithic thereafter, but we'll have a look at that, and I'll let you know as we go along. Most likely we'll spend about 4 weeks or 5 weeks per game, moving on to the next one, in essence moving forward in time, until we eventually end, I believe, with Stranded Zero Dawn, I think it is, or Stranded Alien Dawn. Yeah, an alien planet city builder, kind of more survival game, but we'll chat about that as we go along. Now, just to recap where we are, of course, we are here on the Gentle Coast map, so it's a lovely, lovely area. Again, with a whole bunch of things that I'm not allowed to do. I'm not allowed to build too close to the coast here. This is as close to the coast as I am going to build. Nothing except perhaps the wells allowed on this side of the main road down here. Everything else has to be built this side of the main road over here. We also have, of course, the wetland areas, as we've had previously. Nothing is allowed to be built in these areas. Nothing in the floodplain area here, or the wetland areas, and nothing overall in this general section, because it is there to connect this hill over here, which is a nice little hill with natural vegetation. It has to be connected to the natural woodland over there. Okay, so we're not allowed to build there either. Yeah, we're going to see how far we can get today. I am really, really hoping that we can actually get to Praetor today. I am not sure whether we will. We need 800 reputation. We've got 755, so it's this close. But we'll see whether we are actually able to do that today. All right, we have our first Cives that have moved in. I believe they are... Oh, no, they're not over here. Where are the Cives? Where did they move in? Here we go. Yeah, we've got one Cives living over here. None of them in this one yet. Okay, so hopefully they will come along. Of course, in order to have the Cives happy, we need a whole bunch of stuff. We need more religion, we need a theatre, or better theatre, or more theatre. We need a restaurant, we need Thermae and Lupanar possibly as well, and hopefully some latrines as well. The thing is, currently, our wood production is a little bit slow. I'm not sure, have we got... Yeah, we've got 61 wood at the moment. But yeah, it has been incredibly slow. I have set up a second lumberjack over here, just so that we can try and get enough logs coming through the system here. But oh, it has been very, very slow. Luckily, we are heading into spring now, and summer actually. So our food production should be quite high. Yeah, we are producing about 3 times as much food as we need. Okay, so 3 times the abundance. So what we can do is we can just, again... Oh, you know what, I think we need to put up just another... wood storage, perhaps. I think before I do anything else, let us go to wood over here, another wood warehouse, because I think I need that in order to actually just get a lot of, in order to trade food for wood. I need more wood storage, okay, because I can at the moment store a total of 850, and yeah, I want to be able to store at least 1,000 something. So yeah, with 2 of these, 1,700 wood will be stored. Hello there, President. I see you here. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Glad you are here. We are doing very, very well. Last night, a little less sleep than usual, but other than that, we are having a blast on this side. I hope you are doing well on that side as well, and that you are enjoying the warmer weather in the northern hemisphere. As you can see, nice and cold on this side, and in fact it is raining at the moment, which is absolutely marvelous. I am loving it. Oh, we've had some good rain yesterday, and we're having again some good rain today, and hopefully tomorrow as well. So my poor students are writing exam tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Shame. I do feel slightly sorry for them as well, but then again, I've got to do all the marking afterwards, so maybe I don't feel too bad. Let's see here. I will get back to the restaurant I've put up there in a moment. Let's just see these guys. Yeah, 100% satisfaction. Really, really happy because we've got a restaurant up here. Okay, so if we wanted to, we could take some of these simple houses over here and actually move them a little bit more to this side, even though it is slightly further out of the radius of the altar here. I mean, yeah, we're in the bad zone in essence. They're still relatively happy because, yeah, there we go, because, yeah, outside of the range, but there's a restaurant, they've got theatre, they have got some religion, and they have got a few arenas dotted all over the place now. So there's another one over there. Let's just increase that one, the satisfaction as well, putting up some sun shades. There we go, there we go. And let's see. We still, oh, we've got four Cives now. Wonderful. I'm glad to see that. Okay, now, what we need is the reason I've got a simple house over here is because I am going to have to delete or remove this, break down this simple house over here. Unfortunately, I will have to. And the reason for that is because, well, we need to expand our forum here. We need a bigger temple because we need more religion. We probably also need a few more scriptoria as well. Alright, I see it is hot as hell on that side, President. A nice big storm as well. Oh, that's brilliant. I love nice big storms. I was really kind of expecting us to get a nice thunderstorm, but unfortunately, no such luck. No thunderstorm on this side. But we did have some nice rain. Very, very, very nice rain. Okay, now I just want to quickly just put in another garden. I think I can put a 3x1 in there. Yeah, indeed I can. Oh, I can put a nice big one in here, I think. Huh? Maybe. We'll see. Maybe just a little bit of one of these little commerce ones here, a 2x1, just to get some extra money as well. Here we go. Oh no, that's the market. We don't want to block the market. Sorry, never mind. The market has to expand that way. Let's just see. Yeah, we're going to have to expand the market. Oh, almost blocked the market there. Right, so what we can now do, let's see, can we build a nice big temple? So, we can build a round temple, possibly. Oh. We are Keister. Yeah, we are Keister. So, it says we can build a podium temple. No, we definitely don't have everything we need there. In fact, not even for that. Round temple, maybe. I would like to build a round temple. The round temple would be amazing. However, as you can see there, we need more wood and we need a lot more marble. 117 marble to be precise. Okay, so let's see. Our marble storage is over here. That's 150. Okay, I said how much do I need for that? 117. Okay, so we can store enough marble over here. Let's go to the region. I will need to revive the agreement we had with the marble producers.
Salve.
These guys, those are producing bricks. That's fine. They can bring bricks. That is 100% marble.
Salve.
This is food. Yeah, this is food. We don't need
Salve.
that. That is food as well. We definitely need iron. I think the iron is over here.
Salve.
Yeah, you guys, let's make an agreement. 84 denarii for 2. That's not too bad.
Salve.
Okay. Do we have any marble? Surely.
Salve.
This is wood.
Salve.
That is food.
Salve.
That is food. We don't have marble? No, surely.
Salve.
There's really no marble available here.
Salve.
There we go. There's the marble. Oh, yeah, I knew there had to be marble somewhere for us to get. You know what? We may as well grab the wood one as well. It's only 36 denarii per week. We can afford that. As you'll see in a moment, we go back to our city here. We are getting an income of 300 more denarii per week than our expenses. And that is perfectly fine. That is 100%. So, yes, I know we've got some insulae over here, but we're just going to let them be. They are quite unhappy. They are really, really unhappy. 43% satisfaction, 43% satisfaction. Slowly but surely, maybe we'll get some Cives moving in there. We are mainly going to focus on the Cives in this area over here. Okay. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that as we go along. But first things first. Let's need to see what else do we need for the round temple apart from the marble. 117 marble. Okay, we need 15 slaves. We can get that. And we need 49 wood. 49 wood. We will get some wood being produced. That's fine. It really is strange that there's no wood production happening here. Yeah, like, why is there no... wood production happening? Is it because you are full and not exporting wood to over here? I don't know. Maybe that's that. Yeah, there we go. Now wood finally is going in. Is there a bottleneck? Was that what was happening here? Surely not. Let's see, where are you going? Personal check. Are you... Okay, we need to expand this as well. Let's put the trade route in a little bit further, so that the oxen can travel a little bit faster. 27 wood at the moment. If these guys are dropping off wood, that means... Yeah, the bottleneck was over here. I didn't have the target set to actually give food or take wood to the storage. No wonder I was battling with wood storage there. Hello there, Zax. Welcome to the stream. It has been a while, hasn't it? Great to have you with us. Absolutely marvelous. And welcome to our Pax Augusta stream here. Okay, so now wood is fine. Iron is fine. Bricks are fine. It's just the marble and then 15 slaves. So let's go have a look here. We can get 10 for now. Then we just need to get the new slave trader coming in. I wonder whether there is a war again. Is there or is there not? Current news. We are currently here. New Marvelous Forum is inaugurated in Rome by Augustus. The forum hosts a temple consecrated to Mars the Avenger and dozens of sculptures that represent great men of the Roman past. Okay. There we go. 2 years ago there was a revolt erupted in Judea after the death of King Herodes. Governor of Syria, Varus, moved his legions against Jerusalem and 2,000 Jewish rebels were crucified. Goodness me, that's a lot. That's a lot of crucifixion happening there. Okay, so there was a war 2 years ago, or a bit of a kerfuffle, and as a result the slaves are relatively cheap still, I think. So if we look here, I think we could buy for like 16 denarii. So yeah, very, quite cheap. Yeah, whenever there is like an outbreak of war and stuff, the prices do drop, and when there is peace, the prices actually go up again because there's a shortage in essence. All right, Scriptoria, we can. I think let's do that while we can, while I remember. Let's go with a forum. Let's add another. No, that's a small one. I need a big one. Big Scriptorium. There we go. Right. Oh, what don't I have? I don't have marble. Oh, that's not marvelous. Alright, fine. Let us... How much food do I have? I've got... Oh wow, 5,300. I've got enough food. What I can do is... I can take 1,500 of that food and wow, buy a total of 18 marble. That's hectic. That is hectic. Okay, that is a horrible exchange rate. Okay, but it will allow us to actually make the forum there. And then let's have a look here. In terms of the religion, I keep on forgetting how much marble do I need. Oh... 117. We need to exchange 15,000 food for that. That is not great. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go look for a marble seller, in essence. Suddenly, Boop! You're also here. My goodness. It's been a while. It's great to also have you with us. Oh, great to have you. So let's see. We're just going to go get some marble, hopefully as well. War, slave, classic human goods. Indeed, Zax. So especially with the Romans, a lot of the empire was built on slavery, and of course the slavery was driven by the fact that they had a whole bunch of wars and conquering happening there. Okay, these guys are selling iron. That's not what we are looking for. We can buy iron there. That's quite good. Let's go pop in and see the iron selling, how it is going there. How much do they charge us, or would they charge us for iron? And then we just have to look for the marble merchants. Now marble, there we go. Okay, so they want wood, and they'll give us iron. Oh, okay. 450 wood for 750 iron. Okay, that's not bad. That is not bad, but we'll need to get 450 wood first before we can make that purchase. Okay, that's a nice trade. I like that. Let's see, still marble. Okay, so that was the iron over there. The grey indicates traders. Let's have a look. I don't think there's nothing up here for us. This is just the gladiator ludus. Gladiator ludus over there as well. I'm looking for marble. Marble you would expect to find in more mountainous areas, I think. Well, obviously looking for a specific type of rock. Okay, there we go. There's a merchant for wood. May as well come up here in the meantime. And there's a merchant for food. Still not what we're looking for. There's merchant for marble. Let's go there first. Okay, let's have a look. Hopefully it's not too expensive. Hopefully we can trade food for that. That will be marvelous because... Oh, I accidentally said marvelous. Well, it will be marvelous if we can get marble over there. All right, let me drink coffee because clearly I need some coffee. Because English, I cannot. All right, there we go. Traveling on the main road. Wonderful. Theatre group over there for sale, or to hire, not for sale, to hire. There's a food merchant. I think just up the road we have got our marble merchant. Indeed, there is. All right, now let's see. What do you want? You want, they buy from us 150 wood and they gift us 1,000 marble. Oh yes, please. Okay, I've bought the trading one now. Okay, now how does this now work? Company cargo ships can deliver any goods anywhere in the world. Once you have acquired a trade license, they supply me. Okay, so they have got ships, cargo ships. We need a port, I think. I think that is what we need. So let's go and get that set up, shall we? Let's go. I think if I... Okay, there we go. No, I thought if I clicked on Gentle Coast, it will actually take me down to where I am. But no, we've got to manually scroll down, I think. There we go. There is Leoviticus. Let's head on over to there. Okay. Let me just also double check that I haven't missed any chats here. No, I have not. Good. Ah, yes. Oh, it's great to actually make some progress here in Pax Augusta as well. I love the fact that I have got some progress. I've had some progress at least, even though I'm building ecologically or eco-friendly cities and not expanding where I can actually expand or should actually expand in order to get to the top tier. You know what? This is fine. We now also just need 45 reputation to still to get to the next level. Or I think we need 800 reputation in order to run for whatever the next level is. We're ideal at the moment. Praetor, I think is the next level. Yeah, to run for Praetor. Right, let's see here. Heading back into our town, Leoviticus, on the coast, of course. Being on the coast or being along main big rivers, that's a great advantage because it allows ships to bring things to you, to your port, if you have a port. Now, we do not yet have a port, but I think we should be able to build one in a moment. It will be, I think, under international trade. Or, there you go. Okay, thank you. In terms of trade, foreign trade, that's one, not international trade, foreign trade. Oh, we need 100 Cives. Okay, so that's something to work for. Oh, but that does mean we cannot get marble any yet. Ah, okay. Or is it at port? Unless it's here at port. Maybe it is at the port. Let's see, a harbor warehouse. We are going to get this in any case. So let's see. I think that is as much as I can build. How's our food looking? Food is 72% full. We've got 4,000 stored away. How much are we eating? About 55. So let's say 60. We need 3,600. No, we only need 360 stored away in order to actually survive for 6 months. Okay, so technically I can sell 3,000 food. So I'm going to work with 2,500 food I am going to sell. Some of that will be to buy timber and some of that will be to buy bricks. Okay, so let's go over here. 1,000 food for almost 1,000 wood. And 1,000 food for 900. That was for bricks. I think I had to get bricks. I'm hoping I had to get bricks. Okay, trade. Port. Here we go. Here's the pier. I did say this is the only thing I'm allowed to build right here by the water or right up along the coast. I'm not allowed to build any other big buildings south, or in my case south. It's actually, I think, west though, of the main road over here, or the big road. Hopefully this will be alright. I've never actually used. There we go. Hey, the first port building are rising in the settlements. Congratulations. With them, trade across the empire is flourishing. Rome, the administrators already praising their foresight. Your reputation increases by 3 points. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so we're on 760 reputation. If we've got 800 or once we have 800, we're going to run for Praetor, and hopefully then we have a good chance of actually succeeding in that. Oh, that'll by far be the best or the highest rank I have gotten. I think I've barely gotten to a deal before. Now, while we are here, we can also look at some of the insula, or insulae actually. We can afford to build this one, and that is quite good. Okay, so we'll get that. We've got that. And now, because we've got this opening, we are going to just put a street in here. Just a nice city street, I think. Because these insulae, the people, the Cives living here in the insulae, need a few other things as well. And hopefully the sound isn't too loud, the music. Maybe I should just make it slightly softer here. Let me just... Yeah, I think hopefully that'll be better. Now, these guys, let's have a look here. They need... religion? Oh yes, that's what we were busy building, or trying to get. We need marble for that. Okay, that's fine. We're not going to do that yet. They need the restaurant. These guys will have the restaurant. They need thermae. Thermae refers to hot, or thermos. If you think of thermos, for example, you keep water hot in there, and it is from the Greek word, I believe, thermos. That's where thermae comes from. The thermae is a bath that has hot water. Okay, so we're going to go, there we go, thermae. We can go for small baths. Wow, that's a small bath? Really? Wow. Okay, that's a small bath. How big is a big bath? Normal baths. Oh, that is massive. But look at that radius that it covers. Oh my word, that covers a massive radius. Okay, so this is very, very interesting, and I'm really just going to turn the music down a little bit more, because I can barely hear myself think. I'm not sure about you guys. Oh, wait a minute. Of course, I'm not going to hear myself think because I haven't made my volume softer. Goodness me. Sorry, guys. I clearly need more coffee. Cool. Okay, so we'll talk about the baths in a moment because they are very important to chat about. Okay, so usually the towns would have had a whole bunch of these smaller baths. They would have been very, very useful and scattered all over the place. But there were also quite a few big baths, and some of these had hot water, otherwise some of them didn't. The hot water ones, sometimes it was located in areas where there were like hot water springs, basically areas where the crust of the earth is very thin, and there's basically magma very, very close to the surface, and that results in hot water. We in South Africa, we have got quite a few hot water springs, which is really marvelous. Of course, if you want to go for a nice warm bath, you can go there, or a nice hot swim there. You can do that. We're going to put the thermae over here, the bath here. Just a small one. We don't need a big one. I don't think we need a big one. I think the small bath should be fine. In terms of other things, we also need latrines. Latrines are needed for insulae residential buildings, as these do not have backyards where one could relieve themselves. So in the other houses over here, of course, lots of gardens over here, and the gardens need fertilizing. So obviously you just go pop a squat over there and voila, you will have a nice little spot to relieve yourself. We've got small latrines and we've got bigger latrines. The bigger latrines have, of course, got a bigger radius that they will cover, and this is actually going to be... let me think, where's the best spot to put this? I think... Oh, I was thinking here, but I'll tell you why I didn't want to put it there in a moment. So we're going to just build 2 streets up. Suddenly, things are becoming a little bit more complex here for us. I may need to... Oh, okay, I can get normal latrines. Okay, one more road up. One more road, Will. One more road. You didn't look at that properly. Okay, latrines. Latrines, of course, bathroom or restroom facilities. We'll talk about those again in a moment as well. So, I could have placed them over here. Yes, great, but I didn't. The reason I didn't is because I don't want it too close to a water source. And in ancient Rome, generally they had a good idea of, they had the idea of not putting latrines right next to water sources because it will potentially pollute that water source. And if you, for example, have a well, we've got a well quite close to our latrines over there. It is possible that some of the pollution or the effluent from over there could pollute the groundwater, and people drawing water from this well over here, they're going to have a bit of a problem because of the polluted water. Cholera and stuff like that really spread quite hectically, especially in Victorian England, I believe, and Europe overall. there were quite a few outbreaks of cholera and stuff like that associated with polluted groundwater. So we don't want the latrines here polluting the ocean here. We don't want it polluting the aquifers or anything that are in the area. We're going to have it over there. Hopefully that is fine over there. How are you guys? Your satisfaction? Oh wow, 56%. Not too bad, not too bad. Need more theatre, need more religion. Yeah, you need a therme. Therme, come on. You've got a... oh, you don't have therme yet. You've got baths? I thought I gave you the therme. Yeah. What do you mean you don't have therme? You've got latrines, yes. Huh. Okay, we need 10 marble in order to get more steam baths, and yeah, what we are going to get the mosaic floors because people are more satisfied then. Okay, so that's the bath. Health, there's a surgeon, we don't need that. Oh well. Technically, you guys have got the therma, you don't have reason to complain. What I do need still are the lupanar and better religion and a theatre as well. We'll get to the theatre a little bit later, but lupanar, yeah, we can put that in. Now, the lupanar is a place of adult recreation, let's put it that way. They are lupanar, interestingly enough, I found that out today. Lupanar means wolf's den, because the ladies that were working there were known as lupa, or she-wolves. So, yeah, the lupa over here are going to live in the lupanar. Where are you? You are in entertainment. You're going to get a lupanar. This area, this one lupanar actually services quite a large area. Now, interesting, when they're looking at Pompeii, and they were digging up Pompeii and looking at what was happening in there, houses or buildings were very quickly classified as a lupanar, or basically a brothel. And that's because anything with anything erotic on it was immediately classified as a brothel. But a lot of houses in Pompeii had a whole bunch of erotic imagery associated with them, so not all of them were actually brothels or lupanar, and they had an estimate of like one brothel per 76 people, which is like ridiculous, or 76 males. Which is, no, it wasn't that high a density. There were quite a few brothels in Pompeii and other Roman cities as well. And there was one that was known as the Lupanar. It was a big one. It was the biggest of the Lupanar in Pompeii, as far as I recall. Anyway, bit of history. History is fun. I like talking about all kinds of stuff. So let's see. We're not able to build the Lupanar yet because, look there, the Lupanar needs 441 bricks, which we do not have. And currently, we can't really sell our food. Because, okay, we're getting into spring now, so we can start selling food for bricks again. Oh, we can. Okay, we've got 2,000, there we go. Now we can. And again, I keep on forgetting, how much do I need? How much do I need for one lupanar? 400. Okay, so if I sell 500 wood, food, not wood, 500, that will get me more than enough bricks. Marvelous. And that means we can put some adult, not religion, adult entertainment in. I think that was all we needed. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we'll put that over here. That's going to service a very large area. And any of the insulae we build in this area will also be serviced by that lupanar over there. Alrighty. Now, we still need a lot of marble in order to increase the religion in this city of ours. We only have 8 marble, which is not great at all. Okay, let's see. What was I also thinking of doing? Let's just check here. We've got a lot of wood. That is great. That is absolutely marvelous. We've got some iron coming in. Really thought we were importing. Aren't we importing? Surely we have got the agreement.
Salve.
That's 3 marble. Yeah, great stuff. Thank you. Okay, and then where's the iron? The iron is in the mountainside here. Oh! I did not conclude that agreement. I really thought I was importing iron. I was not. Okay, now we are. Now we are importing iron. Now, let's have a look here. Go on. For some reason, the game does take me back sometimes. Let's have a look here. Okay, nothing happens. Oh, there we go. Okay, I can click on port. Come on. There we go. Port capacity. No import shipping building has been built yet. Therefore, no goods can be traded here. Okay, import shipping we need. Oh, we've got higher expenses. Wait a minute. Is that because I think it is because we've got a festival going at the moment. Let's have a look here. No, we are not in the festival month. Okay, this is a slight problem. We've got enough funds. That's fine. We can run for the next. We can run for office for Praetor. Let's try to get to Praetor first and foremost. Candidacy has been sent to Rome. In 1 to 2 weeks, you can visit any post office in the Empire. Since this is an important message, information about whether you have been elected will be available in all post offices. Post offices are recognized as U-shaped buildings. Okay, we're going to try to get that. Hopefully we can be promoted to Praetor. That will be absolutely marvelous instead of just an Aedile. So as, of course, you move up, technically you have more administrative duties and you're responsible for larger areas and more stuff, all those types of things. I don't like admin at all. So me, as Will the Ecologist, would not want to be Praetor, but our person over here wants to be Praetor. So yeah, let's get them to be Praetor. Let's see, in terms of market, yeah, we've got enough capacity, that is good. Okay, income is barely less than expenses. If we can get some more insulae built, and we can get some more of these Cives moving in, that will be absolutely marvelous. I really don't know why the Thermae isn't registering, because this is a bath. Surely it doesn't need the small bath. Unless I just didn't check it correctly. The Thermae, right, there are small baths and then there are large baths. Anyway, that's fine. Oh, you probably need like the large bath. This is a small bath. Okay, you probably need the large bath. No, I'm just not very good at seeing what on earth is happening on the right hand side here. We need wood. We don't have wood being taken. So where is it taking wood? Okay, delete that. You're not taking wood there anymore. You're taking wood right over here. Of course, you can't heat water in order to have a hot bath if you don't have fire. And you can't have fire if you don't have wood. Well, this makes sense. So the Thermae here, interesting, it shows you on the right hand side. They had like 3 vessels within which the water was kept. The first vessel had the cold water, the Frigilius I think it was called, and then the water there was kind of heated and moved onto a second container which had like lukewarm water, and then from there it was moved to a third one. It was heated up and pumped over to the third vessel, which then contained the hot water. And then you could use that. You could pump some of the steam into some of the rooms, and you could have some of the hot water also available for a nice hot bath. So I suspect once we have the firewood actually here, then we'll be able to, or then this will register as yes, you have the Thermae over there. That will be marvelous. Okay. All right. Can we build more insulae? That is now the question. The biggest of the lot. This one, no. This one will contain 72 people. This will be absolutely wonderful if we can actually have this one. We need more bricks. 340 bricks to be precise. So what I'm going to do is, again, trade. It's the fun thing about producing a lot of food. You can get a lot of other stuff by just trading food for other stuff. So let us now get another big insula. Let's put it a little bit away so that we can have a bit of a gap there in this area, and we can have some plants growing there, hopefully, and insects and stuff moving through. Just want to check in terms of well radius. Yeah, we need another well. Well, can you believe that? Let's put one down, I think, over here. That should be fine. Okay, there is still no wood here. We're going to have to wait for wood to come down. Hopefully, it will come down soon. We've got a lot of wood stored, so that is absolutely marvelous. Alright, let's see. Let's speed things up a little bit. Oh, you know what? We probably are already at the point where we can go to a nice post office and find out whether we are Praetor or not. Hopefully, we are Praetor. We'll see. We'll see in a moment. Alright. Come on. There we go. Traveling to the world. And then we'll just quickly go pop on over. Or try to again find a post office, because previously I struggled to find a post office, but there should be one around here somewhere. Okay, so let's have a look. Come on, jumping back again. U-shaped buildings. U-shaped buildings. Not there. That's a nice place to also build, but you have very little timber, if any timber actually. Racing team. I need a U-shaped building. I need a post office. Maybe up the road. There we go. There's a post office. The one with the red cone. That indicates that yes, we've got a post office there. Okay, this is merchant iron. Okay, an iron merchant again. Alright, let's see. Yes, there we go. The Senate, under the watchful eye of the Emperor, convened and reviewed the applications for office. It was decided that the application of Loxodonta Romanus is the best. The Roman elephant was the best. Therefore, it is decided that Loxodonta Romanus shall officially bear the title Praetor from now on. Praetor Loxodonta Romanus. Wow, that is marvelous. Okay, so back to Leoviticus. Now that, of course, will allow me to actually withdraw more money from the city itself, for me, but I'm not going to do that now, because at the moment, as it stands, my city is going to struggle if I now draw 50 denarii per week. We're either barely breaking even, or we're actually making a loss at the moment. We'll see again shortly. So I'm just going to carry on with my normal salary, my normal weekly salary. We'll see how that goes along. Okay. Now, let's just double check that I do still have that. It's management, salary, no, it's not this, income expenses, weekly, oh wait, okay, we're waiting for everything to register. Okay, never mind, soon. Okay, 519 of the 520 buildings have loaded. Come on, any moment now. Okay, I think, come on. Yeah, Zax, that is indeed my character name. I named myself Loxodonta Romanus because I thought, you know what, why not? Why not be the Roman elephant? Let's see, income expenses. So our personal weekly salary is 30 denarii. We can actually ask for 50 denarii, I think, per week. Yeah, 50 per week because of my rank that I have now. But I am not going to do that. In terms of next level is censor. For that, we need another 500 reputation, and we need 12,000 wealth in order to run for that. So, obviously, yeah, we don't have that available at all. What we now also have available is a podium temple and the Grand Stone Theatre. And it also says there, the forum altar radius... Oh, now it says increased by 3. Okay, never mind. I think it said undefined previously, but it says by 3 now. So this radius of the altar is now slightly larger than it was. Okay, but that's good. Okay, I accidentally clicked on the engineer school. I actually wanted to click on these guys. 9 of 42 Cives living in the insula over there. Whereas this one here that was built much later, oh, it's got nothing. Because there's no water supply yet. Okay, the water supply. What? It's saying it has no water supply, but it has technically got water. Okay, fine. Well, this insula over here already has 10 of the 72 people living there. Alright, fine. So what we'll do is we'll make another well, I guess, over here. And hopefully that will then count as, okay, you have got water. Come on. Like, really? Really? Okay, still no wood here. Nope, no stored firewood. Really hoping they will bring wood over to me, to this. Surely they would. Pardon the pun. Surely they would. Alright, let's see. This guy's here, the Odeon, still has everything active there that we wanted active. Yeah, we're just carrying on, I guess. Now, let's see. Next step would be to get more foreign trade going. For that, we need 100 Cives. 73 more Cives. How's our finances looking? Oh, we're almost breaking even. Almost breaking even, and that's great news. once we have a few more Cives moving in, we can actually make a bit more money. Now what we can also do, because this area is, in any case, this is the market stretch along here, we can potentially build something to generate some income over there, I think. Let's see, in terms of commerce, a 3x2, that will fit nicely in there. Yes. Okay, so that will give us another 6 denarii per week. That is actually really marvelous. This one will be another 2x1. And this one will be another 2x1. And that also will generate some money. Okay, so in the backyard here also... Oh, those are... They're dyeing the materials. They're dyeing fabric in this one here. Oh, that is marvelous. So usually, at least in the Roman times, the dye color there was really determined by what you were crushing in order to actually create the dye. And nowadays you can get like this red color from cochineal, which is a little insect living on, or a little bug living on cacti. You can crush that and it gives this very bright scarlet color. And then there was also purple, and purple was for a very, very long time really only associated with royalty. You didn't see purple on flags really. Very, very, very few country flags, even nowadays, will have purple as a color in there, because purple was extremely expensive to make. That purple dye there, that purple color, was most likely obtained from a snail, that is a marine mollusk living in the Mediterranean Sea, and crushing it yielded that purple dye, and you needed a lot of purple dye snails in order to dye fabric purple. And because it was such a laborious process and you couldn't really make a lot of it, the dye was extremely expensive, and purple cloaks, for example, extremely expensive, which is why you're very often associated with things like emperors and royalty overall. Okay, if you saw someone with purple, oh, they were extremely wealthy. They could afford that. Okay, there we go. We finally have some firewood stored away, and let's see. Are you guys now happy? Oh, still no thermae. I don't know why. Okay, but we are going to get people to be more satisfied by just increasing, by getting some an additional steam bath. Oh, no well water supplied. That's probably why. Okay, we're working on that. We're working on that. Now, I am not going to put a well right next to the latrines over there. That I'm not going to do. Instead, I am going to plop down a well over here. Because this, I think, is far enough away from the thermae, or from the latrines over there, that the groundwater hopefully isn't being polluted by the latrines over here. Now, if we just go and have a look here, can we see? We can probably see the guys on the toilets there, on the latrines. There we go. Not privacy at all. No privacy whatsoever on the latrines here. Typical Roman latrines, you have this like little seat area, and it's basically just a plop down into the ground. It was, I think some of them may have been getting into sewers, and then off it went. But you know, there were no dividers there. Really, no dividers. You just sat there, and you know, your cousin can sit right next to you. You can have a very, very in-depth conversation over here by sitting on the can. So yeah, you know, this is cooperative pooping, I guess. That's what it was. No shame there whatsoever. Okay, let's just... Okay, thank you. I know that our expenses are more than our thingamajig. Go. Thank you. I want the bell to be gone. Oh, there we go. The bell is now gone. All right. Also interesting with the lupanar, with the brothel over here, there also were no dividers between the rooms there. There, at least in Pompeii, there were no indicators or indications that there were actually dividers between rooms. So you would have up to like 9 in some of these, or 10 women living together, working together in one of these lupanar, and you know, there'd be no privacy. You'd all just be like all together, I guess, to some extent. Anyway, let's see. During that time, we also learned that certain dyes materials will kill. Oh yes, indeed. So, yeah, you could be killed by the things we're using to dye your fabric. I can't think of any particular ones in the moment, but I'm leaning towards things like lead, which were used in the past for like lead-based makeup, which killed in the end, or would result in a whole bunch of problems. So let's see. Well, water is available, firewood is available. Are you guys now supplied? Yes, now they are supplied by the thermae. Marvelous. Okay, that is good. Okay, so that is brilliant. Okay, you need well water to supply the thermae, and you need firewood in order to actually burn or to burn to actually then get hot water. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that is intricate. That is more intricate than I expected. I'm loving that. Okay. Now, still need more Cives. You guys, how happy are you? 80%. My word. Okay, I'm happy to see that. Let's get more. Let's try and get more, I guess. That's 72. We're really going for these style insulae. And what we are doing now is we are really building high density right up here, but we are not building anything up here right up next to the hill. If anything, we are going to just put food down here, food plots perhaps, maybe a little separate little commerce area over there, but most likely we are just going to plop down a whole bunch of farms over there. No one would have thought it possible. 50 Cives already living in your settlement. What you've made from this barren piece of land is incredible. Rome is proud of you. Your reputation increases by 3 points. Marvelous. Alright. But yeah, Zax, can you think of any of the other materials that would have been used to actually dye material that would kill a person? Because there obviously are a few, but for some reason I cannot think of any at the moment. Alright, let's see here. Now, what I want is, if I look here at Insula and Arcade, we can place 5 arcades down. These arcades will give us 3 tax revenue, but I think if we actually put them on the main road here, they will generate double. Which is, that's great. That is really great. Okay, so, 1. Oh, can I? Can I not? Money is needed to build. I'm sure I had money. How's my denarii looking? Yeah, we now have more income than expensive. Okay, let's see. For some reason, do I have to build it close to these guys? No. Huh. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why we can't build it. We've got the building rights. We should be able to build them, yet for some reason we can't build any arcades. You know what, that's also fine. That is absolutely fine. What we are going to do in the meantime is get here from the insulae. We are going to go to backyard houses. This one will generate 4, 6, 8.1 income. Okay, that's a big one. That's going to interfere with our protected area there. We're not going to go for that. 6 is also big. That's again a big one. A small one, but it only generates a little bit of money. That's better. Okay, we're going to go for that. Maybe a 3x1. Oh, yes, we can go for 3x1. Where are we going to place that? I think perhaps right over there. I love the modularity of it all. I love the fact that you put it there, and it actually looks like it blends in with that over there. Oh, cobalt is one. Oh, yes, cobalt would have been. A lot of metals, I think. A lot of metals would have been used and would have been poisonous. I mean, heavy metal toxicity is a thing. And it's not great. Not great at all. Okay. Come on. Podium Temple has been unlocked. There we go. The Brown Temple also. Podium Temple, yeah, for that we do need a lot of things. For this, we just need a few things still. Okay, bricks, lots of marble, some slaves, and then we'll be able to build that. Okay, the marble... Oh, the marble is actually coming in. We are 94 marble already. Oh, okay, we are cutting it close in terms of the funds. But, luckily, more and more people will come into the insulae here. These guys are 63% happiness. That is, I think, alright. Alright for now. Oh, you need a bit more of a restaurant. Once you have a restaurant close to you, you guys will be happier as well. You know what, that is fine. We're going to see, can we plop down one more insula? We need more bricks. That is not a problem. Bricks we can get. Bricks we can get very easily. There we go. And then we should be able to plop down another nice big insula. Unfortunately, we did lose the trees that were there. A little bit sad about that. Okay, no, it's not. No, I thought I heard bells, but yeah, nothing really there. How is our food production looking? Peak food production, 3 times the food produced that we consume. So that is really great. Okay, 1,000. Yeah, we're about 100 more income than we are expenses. That's great. That is absolutely marvelous. That means when we get to February, which will be around here, I think, we should have enough funds to have the festival. As if I'd like you say, when you see someone complaining about stall gaps here, you may just have to say it's better than the Romans had. Yes, indeed. I mean, I would take small stalls over open hooping any time. Okay, and that's, if you had a latrine. If you look, for example, oh yes, interesting, with the Lupanar, the ladies of the night over here, they also had to take care of their own latrines. They had latrines in their duties, apart from, doing all kinds of other activities. They were also there for emotional support. There are records of clientele falling in love with the Lupa, with the ladies working in these Lupanar, and actually developing relationships with him. And that's partly, I guess, also because a lot of these ladies were also responsible for getting the people's emotional support as well. And obviously, if someone is providing you with emotional support, it's quite easy to fall in love with him. Easier to fall in love with him as well. So yeah, a lot of interesting things happened. And one of the other things they also had to do, they had to constantly go out and get fresh water. They had to clean the Lupanar as well. They had to make sure that they were no it didn't stink at all. The cleanliness was very, very important in that regard. Alright, I was about to say, I wonder when we're going to have to put in more market stalls. There's the middle piece. Let's just, okay, come on, wait for that. There we go. The paving to be done, and we can place down one like that. Okay, why can't we place down another one? Oh, okay, now we can. I was about to say, why can't we place down one more? Alright, let's see. As if I'd like you say you fell down behind 5 minutes. No worries. You are. I guess you are back now in the right time zone, I guess. Alrighty, let's see here now. Oh yes, I did remember. Like when I edited my video, breaking up into smaller sections to upload onto YouTube, the live stream of last time, I talked about, last time at least, I talked about these flood areas here and why, you don't want to build in these wetland areas here. But I never really talked about why it is important to have a natural space for a city. I mean, obviously you can talk about things like, people like occasionally visiting nature, and it is great for people's emotional well-being. I mean, if you are cooped up in the city the whole time, you're going to probably have more mental breakdowns and all kinds of other problems happening than if you actually still had access to a natural environment. We were speaking to friends of ours yesterday that came to visit, and they so badly just want to have a garden. But where they stay, they don't have access to a garden. They can't grow veggies and stuff like that. And having a vegetable garden for these guys living over here would probably give them quite a nice sense of, this is great, everything is good. But if you are living like these poor guys over here, living tightly packed, you don't have access to a garden or natural space, that results in a whole bunch of mental breakdowns, and you feeling overwhelmed more easily, and all those types of things. So having a natural environment, like a nice park like this over here, would do your mental well-being quite good. Additionally, you could also look at, well, if you, for example, have animals moving through here, maybe you can have hunts to go and hunt some animals there, or nowadays, go bird watching and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure if you walked around ancient Rome looking at birds, people would have thought you were really crazy, and you would probably be the first to be sacrificed. But if you went and hunted some animals, you would have been seen as quite normal. Nowadays, though, if you go out birding, people at least do think you are still moderately normal. So, yeah, bird watching and anything like that, any hobby you can have where you're out in nature, you can't have that if you don't have a natural space. Okay, and of course, you can potentially harvest resources from this protected area more sustainably, maybe occasionally harvest a tree, but more importantly, things like non-timber forest products, for example, as we say, NTFPs, non-timber forest products. These are things we get from the environment, from forests, for example, that's not timber. Things like fruit of the berries, for example. You harvest berries in this area here. That's a non-timber forest product. You can't have that if there is no forest left, or no natural space left. Or perhaps traditional medicine or plants that are used for traditional medicine. you can't harvest that if there is no more natural space left. Okay, so there are still some resources you'd be able to harvest from this protected area, but if you just develop this entire area, apart from the ecological problems with building in wetlands, you know, you also lose the access to those resources, which is really not great. Not great at all. Okay, so let's now see. We have got 150 marble. That is great. That is as much marble as we can actually store. So, does this mean we can build the round table? Oh, yes, we can. We can build the round temple as soon as we get 10 more slaves. There we go. And now, finally, we are going to increase religion in our town. Okay, so let's go for the round temple. This is going to increase the religious attractiveness by 36. Yeah, that's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Actually, I think I'm going to turn it around. It faces the street. Okay, and people can easily come from the street into the temple over here. The round temple. Of course, we're going to have to dedicate that temple to a god, and we'll see who we dedicate it to. Our food resources are almost full. There we go. Okay, so let's quickly have a look here. Select. Oh my goodness me! There are lots to look at. Okay. Let's see. So we've got Mercurius, the Roman god of trade. Faithful traders travel with fewer breaks and therefore travel faster. Travel speed of merchants plus 16%. Okay, that's good. Or plus 18% if we have a festival. Okay, Neptunus, Roman god of water. The fishing is plus 32%. Now, we don't have fishing in our city, so we're not going to worry about that. Ceres, we could also go for, and the festival, and it will increase farm production by 18%. Now, these are farms. This is not the, what does that pop up? Necropolis is overcrowded. Oh, goodness me. Okay, let's just quickly, okay, I remember now, it doesn't help us to pause. What we are going to do is, we're just going to go religion, necropolis. Let's just build another pyre. Let's just build somewhere out of town. Let's build it over here. Where's the border? There's the border. We're just going to build it right over here. We need to bury dead people. Let us plop that down over there. Over there, and over there. That should now be sufficient, at least for now. Okay, yeah. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Suddenly Boop says you're weeding the garden as we speak. Oh, that's marvelous. Yeah, it's amazing. It's so much fun to have a garden and be able to work in the garden. Let's see. Now, if we are looking at the deities there, we've got Vulcanus, which will have iron production plus 16%. Not really useful for us because we're not doing iron production here. But yeah, it is the Roman god of iron. And then we've got Cupid, or Cupido, Roman god of love. Motivated by faith, residents are willing to go further to the lupanar than usual. So the radius is increased by, well, plus 10 if we do a festival. And then there is Minerva, the Roman goddess of teachers. Faithful engineers return to the city more often with training. There are almost no parties. So training success potentially plus 80%. Well, that is quite nice, but we're going to go for Cupido. This is the city of love. There we go. So there's a nice festival being held, and we are in the middle of winter. Oh, insufficient marble storage. I thought we used a lot of marble over here. Build the temple. Did we not? All right. That's very interesting that we actually have way too much marble still. Let's do that, shall we? Oh, we can't. Oh, we don't have slaves. Okay, well, we're going to get 15 more. Or try to get as many as we can. And then once we have 15 again, we are going to just build another temple. And that will, of course, increase religion over here. The religion of our city will go up even more, so that all the Cives over here will be very happy. Okay. Oh, wow. We can have 354 Cives in total. Unfortunately, yeah, we need 800 Cives in our city before we can even get the domus for the equities, for the knights, in essence. Or the horsemen. Now, because we do have... oh, no, we need... Oh, the Cives need to be a little bit happier. 80%. 80% happiness. How much are you guys? 86%. You guys... You're 90%. You guys are not happy at all. Why not? No water? No water. Okay, fine. I will give you guys some water, okay? You guys are just on the outskirts here. You don't have water. You guys, 70% happiness. Okay, satisfaction. Oh, you need a restaurant. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are just going to try and build a restaurant. I think we're going to build a restaurant over here, right on the outskirts of the wetland. We are not going to build any closer to the wetland. Okay, I refuse. I refuse to build any closer to the wetland. This is as close as we are going to build. Okay, we're not in the wetland. We are demarcating the wetland and we are going outside of that wetland still. I see Zaxi also say what you just say, got interested in the idea of a town building game like this, but instead we are elves and live in a magical forest alongside nature. Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. There must be a game, something along those lines. Really, there must be. I'll have a look. Maybe there is a game, something like that. I like the idea of trying to build in an eco-friendly way as possible, or as eco-friendly way as possible, and that's kind of what the whole playthrough of this has been, or trying to do. And then, of course, as we go along, we are going to carry on with the rest of the series, with the other games that we are playing as well. And hopefully, we'll also be able to start in the Stone Age, work up to the Futuristic Age, all the while trying to be as eco-friendly as possible. Of course, the Stone Age people, they were semi-eco-friendly, but they also had some problems. They weren't necessarily as eco-friendly as one would have hoped. There were some massacres of mammoths and stuff like that as well, or potential massacres of mammoths, and a whole bunch of animals, of course, did go extinct because of humans moving into the area. So it's not great, but yeah, we'll talk about that as we carry on with the story, with the series, with the playthroughs. All right, there we go. We used marble again, and I think we're going to get marble again, slowly but surely building up. It's very interesting that we could build that. We very quickly filled up all our marble. Okay. So once this is built, I think these guys are going to be very, very happy. 51% happiness at the moment. Let's see, where would we be able to even still build, for example, a theater? Technically over here, but then, yeah, okay, yeah, we can technically build something along here. It's not going to be in the wetland, and as long as we don't build anything here, this island is still connected to the forest area over there. Okay, so I can potentially build something over here. We'll see. What can we build? Entertainment. Theater. The theater. We can technically build a grand stone... Oh, no. No, we are not going to build a grand stone theater. Wow. That is massive. That is absolutely massive. We can, like, plop that down and cut off the entire... we'll break down the entire corridor over here. Obviously not going to build that. The small stone theater is as big as I am going to go. Even then, we're like, okay, where do we build this? But it isn't, like here it's in the wetland. No, we're not going to do that. I'd rather have a few theaters. Like that, for example. I think maybe one theater is enough. I think one theater will be enough. I'm actually just going to increase our streets, make it city streets, so it's all good and it looks nice. There we go. Okay. There's the theater. Great stuff. How are our funds looking here? Yeah, about 109, 113 more income than expenses. Oh, okay, that is great. Okay, so any stage is still more eco-friendly when you remember that early industrial age exists. Oh yeah, that's very true. That is where Anno 1800 is going to be a particularly interesting and challenging playthrough. Because there, of course, I am going to try and be as eco-friendly as possible. And it is going to be a challenge with Anno 1800, I think it will be. I haven't played Anno 1800 at all. I now only recently got PC Game Pass, so now I actually have access to Anno 1800. So I'll be mucking around in that a bit as I carry on, and hopefully then I'll be playing that as well at some point. Alright, now, these guys, they need latrines. That's what they need. Theatre is nice, Lupinar is fine, and they technically need Thermae as well to increase their happiness. Latrines will probably help. Okay, so let's look at latrines. We've got a small latrine over there. Oh. I think if I have to consider where to build it, I'd rather build it here than here. If I build it here, it is very close to this wetland. Okay, that is not great. Here it's questionable. It's questionable, I can put it that way. There's a well right over there. Is this far away enough? I don't know. I think I'm going to build it there. I just need to quickly get 5 more slaves. The slaves in this case would most likely be, you know, to do the wiping, things like that. Let's see here. Latrines. Let's get a nice latrine right over here. Okay. And then I think these guys will be quite happy. Go on, satisfaction must go up now. I need it above 45. I need above 80% average. These guys are very happy. What's your average happiness? 78%. And I think it's mainly because of these guys up here. They are unhappy. And I can probably increase their happiness by just putting a little taberna over here. A teeny tiny little restaurant just for these two insulae over there. That will hopefully make them happy. And if their happiness goes up above 80%... Oh, more market stalls needed. We'll address that immediately. Trade, market. Where are we? There we are. There we go. And there we go. Alrighty. If their happiness can just be... There we go, above 80%. We can now finally... My word, it has taken us almost forever. We can build a trade building. A water trade... Oh, this is a big one. Oh, this is big. Okay. I'm going to plop it down here. Yeah. I'm going to plop it down right over here. Not closer to the ocean. This is as close as we are going to go. Obviously, they didn't have to worry about, you know, rising sea levels and stuff like that. But, you know, if there's a big storm, these guys are completely screwed. I recently saw some footage, I think it was somewhere in North America, where some houses are now heading, you know, sinking into the sea as there are storms hitting the coast. And if you have houses built around here, and there's a big storm hitting, yeah, you are going to lose your house potentially. We've got quite a few houses in South Africa as well, built right up on the shore, and every time there's a big storm, especially in the middle of winter, big storm hitting, then those houses are underwater, and, you know, the water flows in through the front door and out through the back door, and potentially does a lot of damage there. Our wood storage is actually completely full, so what we can probably do is sell a bit of wood. It sell 900. I think let's get some bricks going there. And our food storage, 75% full. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Can we... I think we should be able to have another trade route. No, we can't have a trade road going up there. Unfortunately not. Can we have a trade road going up here? Yes, we can. Okay, just going to... Since we have got the funds, we may as well do this. And I do want... We just take my money. My funds. Okay, we are 160 more income than expenses. That is great. How much for the marble storage? Only 7 cost per week. So what we are going to do is we are just going to... There we go. Plop this down over here. Okay, so street, trade route, trade street goes 1 in there. And not residential house, marble warehouse. Okay. I need to go 1 down. Come on, Will. Realize what's going on. And 1 down. And then, up entertainment, marble storage. Finally! Huh? No? Why not? Come on. Surely I should be able to build this here. Fine. What I'll do is I will have one more trade route going all the way up here. Delete these two and that one, and then build it. Production, marble. All this just to get a marble warehouse still. Okay. Why can I not? Am I waiting? Probably waiting for the road to be built. We'll see. No, we still can't build it. I think somehow there's not space. Okay, fine. Let's see if we were to try it this way around. Okay, so right up there. Let's just try this. Oh, okay. I think there's no space for us to build. Yeah, all the way from the unfortunately. Okay, all that for nothing. Can't build any storage there. You know what? That is fine. That is still fine. We don't need more than 150 marble storage, at least not for our intents and purposes. Okay. Now, I've never used the port administration here, and I honestly still don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we can put in wood, and we can then get marble. Okay. No, when the ships are expected next, captains must have docked at the port at least once and informed the harbour master. Afterwards, you will be able to see their approximate arrival time. Okay. Okay, so this is how it works. But I think then we still need storage in order to actually store the thingamajig. Yeah, to store the marble. Okay. Marble warehouse, technically we can place it down here. Right over here, I think we are going to just place it. I think so. I think we have to. Okay. Trade road going up here. Up to a marble storage. Because I really want to see how that marble trade works. And if it works the way I expect it to. Or if it does work that way. Let's see. And let me also drink a bit more coffee. Oh yes, there we go, that's the stuff. Yeah, unfortunately there is no way we are going to get to 800 Cives, not with the way we are building. Like, if we could build a lot of insulae over here, sure. But the way we are building it in an eco-friendly way, there is no way we can do that. Alright, also, no way... Oh, wow, we can almost run for censor, I guess. Censor. 1,300 reputation is what we need, but we do need a lot more money. We've got a lot more income again than expenses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for my 50 denarii a week. We'll probably have to bribe someone again. I see, Zax, you are heading off. Thanks for popping in, though. Great to have had you with us as well. Hope you have a wonderful weekend further and a marvelous week ahead. And then I hope to see you again soon as well. Alrighty. So let's see here. Our city is almost reaching the end of what we can really do with it. Let's see, though. Salve, as well as governor. Concern, we need to give him 294 denarii. Yeah, anyway, it basically means that yes, now we can get 50 denarii per week. It's basically 5 months' wages for us that we have given that guy now. Okay, so what can we do still? I'm wondering whether we can really do anything much still. In terms of entertainment, we can't build a circus yet. We need to be consul. Oh, okay, so we've run out of iron storage. So what we are going to do is we're going to take this iron mine here and we're going to terminate... Oh, that's the marble. That we can terminate as well. And the iron mine we are also going to terminate. Because we've got... Oh, no, marble we can actually still import. Never mind. Come on, bring me more marble again. And then, let's have a look now with our port. I would like Okay, I would like to increase the amount of... I want to get a lot of marble. Let's see. I would like... Oh wow, that's a lot of marble. I don't want that many marble. I didn't realize we were working in 50s here. Oh, okay, you get to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you work in 10s until you get to 50s. And then you work in 50s. And then you work in 100s. I think, okay, then we get to 900 maximum. Because that's what we can actually have in our port. Okay, let's say we wanted 100 marble. That would cost us a lot of wood. Okay, that is going to... Oh, I see Zaxi did drop some interesting lore in the Diablos video. I will definitely have to go have a look there. Thank you for that as well. Really love it. Love all the facts and the wonderful notes you make there in the videos of Monster Hunter World. It's a lot of fun to read through those. I'll definitely have a look there. Thanks so much for that. And then I'll hope to see you soon. Cheers, cheers. Have a wonderful evening. Oh my word, this takes a long time to set up. Okay, you know what? Stuff it. We're just going to go up to... Now if I click minus, it just goes up a lot. Or that goes down a lot. I'm going to get to 600. Let's see. Okay, there we go. 600. And that means... Oh, there we go. 50 marble we should be getting. Hopefully. I'm hoping this works. Okay. Warehouse filled. Oh. My marble. Oh, my marble is full. Well. It immediately just got filled. That is interesting. I don't know where it came from, but okay. That is... that is interesting. So we are going to do now... Insufficient iron storage capacity for regional imports. We're not importing regionally, are we? They're still probably coming in from when we still were importing.
Salve.
Yeah, that's a wood import. We can actually terminate that agreement as well.
Salve.
There are bricks there. They can come in. That's fine.
Salve.
No, we don't have that agreement anymore. We just have the marble one. Let's terminate that agreement. We don't need that anymore at the moment. Go back to city. And I think let's just plop down one last storage. One last marble storage. I just want to see how it works, the port. Whether that actually does work the way I think it would. Because yeah, we're at 100% capacity. Okay, in terms of scriptoria, we are fine. In terms of market stalls, we are fine. Yeah, that's fine as well. Yeah. Actually, I've only been playing for an hour and 15 minutes, and I have basically run out of things to do. Well, for now, at least in this version of what I can do or want to do. So I'm thinking that maybe we call it an early night, everybody. I would have loved to chat with you guys a bit more, but well, there isn't really much we can still do. Yeah, sure, we can wait for the shipment to come in. I'm sure at some point it will come in, but I don't know how that works really, so it's actually kind of pointless. So I think I'm going to call it a night, everybody. I'm going to now go and record the Empires of the Undergrowth video for Tuesday. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend further and a marvelous week ahead. And then next week, I do believe we'll be starting with Dawn of Man, and we're going to start traveling through time in an ecologically orientated manner. Until then, everybody, stay safe. I will see you all soon.